My name is Sreeman, Mogulothu. First, I want to make a few points. The reason I came here is that online there have been a lot of discussions and stuff, and I've read a few articles and got some information. I came here to get more perspective from other people, not talking one-on-one, and then see, okay, this thing has happened and what everybody thinks about it. Online, it's pretty divided, and a lot of aggressive comments from both sides and stuff, and like Himanshu Bhai said, and Deepak Bhai said, Ambedkarism and everything. So I also agree with him to some extent. I don't know a whole lot about Ambedkarism, but just watching the 2-minute video of Rohit, which is online, and a few things here and there, it kind of gives the feeling that yeah, want to solve one problem, are we going to create another problem or something like that? So it should be productive discussion and debate. There should be these kind of dialogues going on everywhere, and like Himanshu Bhai said, that there should be talks between the different groups. I mean, why should all the people of one particular ideology get together in one place, and why can't they come out in the open and discuss with each other, tell about their ideology to other people? You don't have to convince anything that this is right or wrong, but let us discuss and try to have an open platform and try to find solutions. Because the vested interests, whoever they are trying to take advantage of religion, caste, communalism, everything. And in my opinion, there is no formula that has worked so well to gain power or retain it or anything than divide and rule. Right from Britishers or throughout the world, even in India, caste basis, community basis, religion basis, it's working perfectly well, like Suresh said. And why would they change it? They would not change it in ages. So it's only the common people who have to come out and talk to each other. Of course, as organizations, there is one particular organization which has a strong ideology on one religion, and the other side, they will never initiate these things. So common people have to continue this kind of thing. So this is a great thing, and thanks Suresh for organizing this. I have just a few quick points to make. For the event that happened, pretty much I think a lot of people have this kind of opinion on this. From my side, I think regardless of whether Rohit was there or not or whatever happened, a few things wrong have happened. Right? Somebody went to Bandara Dattatreya and asked him to write a letter. First thing he should have done is, he's a people's representative. He's not an ABVP representative, or he should. It's his. First of all, these politicians should not interfere in Central University. It's an autonomous university. The vice chairman is has the control over there. Somebody may have appointed it, Ministry of HRD, whatever, but he can tell them, don't. You don't have the authority to interfere here. But the way it started, I don't know how many people know all the intricacies and stuff, but yeah, from my point of view, he should have done his due diligence, and before forwarding that letter that said anti-caste activities are going on, extremist activities are going on, anti-national activities are going on. These are serious allegations. The least he could have done is done some sort of verification, and first of all, leave the students aside. They'll sort it out, go to the vice chairman. If anything is wrong, from there, vice chairman should escalate it to the Ministry of HRD or to the courts, and then that's how it should go. It should not go from the other way around, where these people, just because he's an ABVP guy, I'll take his letter, I'll forward it to them, and he says, oh, I just forwarded it. And even before that, there was an MLC called Ramchandra Rao. He went to the university. Why did he go there? He had no business. And he said, I didn't make any political speech, but why did you go there? The mere presence of you guys gives a wrong impression there. So that's how it started, and this guy, asked him to write a letter. The letter was sent. And MHRD, in 6 weeks, they sent 6 letters to the university, asking what action has been taken, what action has been taken. What bothers me, and I don't know how many people are questioning this, but now the MHRD has a 2-member or 3-member team doing fact-finding. And at this point, the fact was this person was harassed, and he was driven to death. So it's, though they are calling it a suicide, I don't agree with that. But at that point, they didn't care to find the facts. That Bandara Dattatreya didn't care, MHRD, Smriti Irani, nobody cared. Then they sent 6 letters putting pressure, what action, and the High Court sent letters because his mom, the ABVP guy's mom, filed a case in court. They have those means and ways. This guy has no support and stuff. He couldn't go to courts, or his people are not in power. And Ambedkarism and that ASA Ambedkar Student Association is only branch in Hyderabad. They don't have too many places and stuff. It's going, and he came, his brother, his mother's interview and all, they came from very humble beginnings. They don't have all these ways and means to go to courts and all that. So whatever happened, so now they're doing fact-finding mission. I agree with that thing. That should be voided, that committee. An independent inquiry has to happen through CBI or some other. And whatever, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but let a thorough investigation happen. If Rohit made a mistake or those guys made a mistake, or let everything come out in the open, Yaqub Mehman's thing or whatever. And that thing, they always hold on to one thing saying Yaqub Mehman will serve. So a lot of people raised their voice, even Prashant Bhushan was against that, and a lot of people wrote editorials in newspapers and stuff against capital punishment. So that thing is not even a focal point, but they're just holding on to that as an argument. That won't stand. So there was, in my opinion, there was discrimination stuff. But let a thorough investigation happen and let the people punished. If found guilty, MLC Ramchandra Rao, Bandaru Dattatreya, Smriti Irani, and ABVP leader Sushil Kumar, all of them have to be punished. If they are found guilty, they have to go. That's it. There is no ifs and buts about it. And finally, Narendra Modi ji. I mean, Prime Minister, I know, I mean, he doesn't have to comment on Dadri, he doesn't have to comment on each and every single thing that happens in the country, fine. So after 5 or 6 days, he was doing his things, photo ops were going on and stuff, okay, that's, okay, his own way of doing things, fine. But on the 6th day, he goes to university, gives a speech, some students over there, they shout Modi down, whatever, and by force or whatever it is, he makes a comment, fine. He decided to make a comment. Okay, if you want to make a comment, you are the Prime Minister of the country, and this thing has happened, it's been in headlines for 6 or 7 days. Everybody is debating. Of course, a student's death, it's one person there. There is farmer suicides, a lot of things are happening, that's fine. I mean, those are a lot of things you're addressing, you don't have to respond. But at this point, when you are talking, then say the right thing. What did he say? Okay, Bharat Mata ne ek smart kid ko khoya hai, or whatever. Okay, that's it. And that too, after these people shouted slogans and stuff, yeah. And then what happened? Like, if he wanted to say, he should have said, okay, this happened, and I will take responsibility, or there will be a thorough investigation, and the guilty will be punished. At least say that thing, and then people will have some sort of confidence and then take steps. What happened the next day? He went back and stuff, and all those people in the hostel who complained, who shouted slogans, were thrown out of the hostel. So there were like dozens of Rohit Vemula sitting outside now. So that's the state of the country and stuff, and these people will not change. I don't have any hope and anything. So common people have to try to keep fighting and doing these things. So apart from Rohit Vemula's thing, I spoke about divide and rule and religion and all these things. From my understanding, I don't know a lot about other religions, but so far what I've seen, I didn't see any religion preaching anything wrong or anything like that. So, but we see on the name of religion, Hindu, Muslim or anything, all the wrong things happening, ISIS taking advantage, everybody is interpreting the way. The problem is with vested interests interpreting the things in their own way in any religion, and that's what's causing all these things. So, and that's why Manusmriti and all I didn't read, I'll have to discuss with Akshay Bhai who read that book. But I don't agree with division of labor and all that thing. So what does that mean? I mean, a guy who's a blacksmith, just because their parents do that, they know that they have to continue that's bullshit. So I don't agree with all that. So, but I just want to get more information on that. But I still think there are a lot of people who are smart, who built those things, wrote those Vedas and everything. So, but I think there are vested interests who are just taking advantage of that. So, and then last points. I agree with Deepak Bhai when he said class has become the new caste. That's true. I mean, nowadays, I mean, once they cross a certain threshold, they make money and all. Even in the film industry or anywhere, politics anywhere, that's it. They are okay. That's fine. Okay, they don't even bother to find out the caste or anything. Fine with marriages, fine with everything. So that needs to be addressed, and the class gap needs to be closed globally. So efforts have to be made in that direction, and I think that will resolve a lot of problems. But again, we cannot deny the fact that caste is a big problem in India right now, and that needs to be addressed. And one way people are suggesting is remove reservations. and that they will go away. So I put a Facebook post, somebody commented that. I said, where discrimination was there even before reservations existed. Reservation existed 50, 60 years ago. Discrimination was there 1600 years ago when all this Manwara started. So that won't go away, but again, Ambedkar, when he built all these things, when he wrote and started the thing, he said 10 or 20 years you put this, when people will catch up, and then you review it. And if you think that's good, then take it away, kind of thing. But I don't think they are there yet. I have a lot of friends in different castes, and I don't think that level has reached it. So I don't know exactly how many years or whatever, but there has to be a stipulated number. But my thought process is they should start with economical backward classes based on their financial conditions. So in OBCs. So first in OBCs, whoever is economically backward, they have to get the reservations. Who are above that creamy layer, they should not. Then they should implement it SCs, and then go to STs. They cannot go and wipe out everything at one go, because people can definitely take advantage of that loophole. Salary certificates can be produced, all those things can be done. And because SCs are very vulnerable, I have a lot of friends. And what pains me most is Rohit Vemula. There is again a debate on whether he was Dalit or not. His mom was definitely born a Dalit. She was married to a Vadara guy and all those things. But in any case, for a Dalit person to come to that level, to come in high school, intermediate, even engineering or PhD level, it takes a lot for somebody with such kind of humble beginnings to get there. So it's very saddening to lose someone like this who wanted to become a writer like Carl Sagan. So I hope we don't lose any more of these, and I hope there will be equality someday. Thank you.